There comes a time in life when you have to make a choice. A choice between listening to the noise of the world or listening to the quiet voice inside you. A choice between sharing your dreams with everyone or protecting them while you build. Too often, we let the opinions of others shape our destiny. Too often, we seek validation before we even take the first step. But today, I want to tell you something important. Your dreams don't need approval. Your plans don't need an audience. They need action. If you have a vision, if you have a purpose, then hold it close. Nurture it. Work on it in silence. And when the time is right, let your success be the voice that speaks for you. Not everyone will understand your dream. When you have a dream, it is yours alone. It was given to you for a reason, and no one else will see it with the same passion, the same clarity, or the same belief that you do. That is why you must protect it. You must guard it fiercely, because the world will not understand what you are trying to achieve. The moment you share your dream with others, you open the door to opinions. Opinions that may not align with your vision. Some people will doubt you, some will discourage you, and some will even laugh at you. Not because your dream is impossible, but because they cannot see beyond their own limitations. People see the world through their own experiences. Everyone you meet sees life through a different lens. Their experiences, their failures, and their fears shape how they view the world. If someone has never taken risks, they will tell you that your dream is too risky. If someone has failed in their own journey, they might tell you that you will fail too. And if someone has settled for a life of mediocrity, they will try to convince you that dreaming big is foolish. But their perspective is not your reality. Just because they cannot see the possibility does not mean it doesn't exist. Just because they do not believe in it does not mean it cannot be done. The only person who truly needs to believe in your dream is you. Doubt can kill dreams before they even begin. Have you ever noticed how quickly enthusiasm fades when someone discourages you? You start with excitement, feeling like you can conquer the world. But then you tell someone and their reaction is not what you expected. They raise their eyebrows. They smug. They ask, "Are you sure about that?" They list all the reasons why it won't work. And suddenly, the fire inside you starts to flicker. Not because your dream is invalid, but because you allowed someone else's doubt to plant a seed of uncertainty in your mind. Doubt is like a slow poison. It doesn't kill instantly, but over time, it weakens your belief. That is why it is so important to protect your dreams. When you share them too soon, you allow the world to shape your confidence before it is fully formed. Instead of letting outside voices dictate what is possible, let your inner voice guide you. You don't owe anyone an explanation. One of the biggest mistakes people make is feeling the need to justify their dreams. They try to convince others why it will work, why they are passionate about it, and why they believe in it. But the truth is, you don't need anyone's approval. You don't have to explain why you want to start that business. You don't have to justify why you are changing careers. You don't have to seek permission to follow your passion. Your dream is not up for debate. It is not a group decision. The moment you feel the need to prove yourself to others, you give them power over your choices. Instead of seeking approval, focus on results. Let your work speak for itself. Work in silence, let success make the noise. There is something incredibly powerful about working in silence. When you stop talking and start doing, you eliminate distractions. You protect your energy. You keep your motivation pure. Many people announce their plans before they even begin, hoping for encouragement. But what happens when they don't get it? They lose momentum. They start second-guessing themselves. But when you keep your goals private and put all your energy into action, something magical happens. You stay focused. You stay committed. And when the results start showing, you won't need to explain anything. Your success will speak for itself. Think about the most successful people in the world. They don't spend time explaining what they're going to do. They just do it. And when the world finally notices, it's because they've already achieved something extraordinary. Believe in your dream, even when no one else does. At the end of the day, the only person who needs to believe in your dream is you. No one else can see the vision that you have. No one else can feel the fire that burns inside you. So don't expect them to understand. Instead of waiting for approval, trust yourself. Instead of seeking validation, take action. Instead of explaining, prove it through results. Your dream is yours. Protect it, build it. And when the time is right, let the world see what you were capable of all along. A pillar negatively can kill your motivation. The moment you share your dreams with the world, you expose yourself to all kinds of opinions. Some will be supportive, but many will be filled with doubt, skepticism, and negativity. And if you're not careful, those negative voices can plant seeds of doubt in your mind, slowly killing your motivation before you even get started. Negativity is powerful. It has the ability to weaken your confidence, shake your belief in yourself, and make you question whether you're even capable of achieving what you set out to do. That's why you need to be careful about who you listen to, because not everyone has your best interests at heart. People will project their own fears onto you. Most people don't discourage you because they want to see you fail. They do it because of their own fears. They look at your dreams and compare them to their own experiences, their own failures, their own limitations. And because they couldn't do it, they assume you can't either. Imagine telling someone you want to start your own business. If they've tried and failed before, their immediate reaction might be, "Are you sure? It's really risky. Most businesses fail." Or if you tell someone you want to move to another country to chase your dreams, they might say, "That's too difficult. What if you don't make it? What if you regret leaving?" But here's the truth. Their fears are not your fears. Their limits are not your limits. Just because they couldn't do it doesn't mean you can't. Just because they failed doesn't mean you will. You have to understand that people's negativity is often a reflection of their own insecurities. If you absorb their doubts, you risk carrying their fears as if they were your own. You must be strong enough to reject that. Words can shape your reality. If you hear something enough times, you start to believe it. That's the dangerous part about negativity. If you keep surrounding yourself with people who tell you that your dreams are impossible, that you're not talented enough, that you'll never make it, you might start believing them, even if deep down you know they're wrong. Words are powerful. They can either lift you up or break you down. They can inspire you to take action or paralyze you with fear. That's why you need to protect yourself from toxic voices that drain your energy and make you question yourself. Think about how many dreams have died simply because someone allowed negativity to take over. How many people have given up on their goals, not because they weren't capable, but because someone convinced them they weren't? You cannot let that happen to you. You have to recognize when someone's words are poisoning your mindset, and you have to learn how to block them out. Protect your energy like your life depends on it. Your energy is your most valuable asset. It fuels your creativity, your determination, and your ability to keep going despite obstacles. But negativity is like a slow poison. It drains that energy bit by bit, until one day you wake up and realize you've lost your motivation. That's why you need to protect your energy at all costs. Be mindful of the conversations you engage in, the people you surround yourself with, and the voices you allow into your mind. If someone constantly doubts you, criticizes your plans, or makes you feel like your dreams are impossible, distance yourself. This doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life completely, but you do have to set boundaries. If certain people bring negativity into your space, limit your exposure to them. Spend more time with people who uplift you, who encourage you, who remind you of your potential. Negativity cannot survive in a space filled with confidence and belief. The stronger your belief in yourself, the weaker the negative voices will become. Prove them wrong through action. One of the best ways to deal with negativity is to let your results do the talking. Instead of wasting energy trying to convince people that your dreams are possible, use that energy to actually make them happen. When someone tells you that you can't do it, don't argue, just work harder. When someone laughs at your ambition, don't defend yourself. Just stay focused. When someone doubts your abilities, don't waste time explaining. Just prove them wrong. Because at the end of the day, the people who once doubted you will be the same ones who admire you when you succeed. They will see your results and realize they were wrong all along. But by then, it won't even matter, because you'll have achieved your dreams, not because of their approval, but in spite of their doubts. Believe in yourself more than anyone else. If you take one thing away from this, let it be this: your belief in yourself must be stronger than any negativity around you. The world will always have doubters. People will always have opinions. But at the end of the day, their words mean nothing unless you allow them to. So protect your dreams, protect your energy, and most importantly, protect your belief in yourself. Because once you stop listening to negativity, you will realize that you are always capable of achieving great things. You just needed to believe it. Energy is wasted in explaining instead of doing. Too many people spend their time talking about what they are going to do instead of actually doing it. They waste precious energy trying to convince others why their dream matters, why their vision makes sense, and why their plan will work. But here's the truth: you don't owe anyone an explanation. Success is not built on words, it's built on action. The more time you spend explaining yourself, the less time you have to actually execute your plan. And while you are explaining, doubters are filling your mind with questions. Distractions are pulling you away from your path, and your motivation is slowly draining away. You don't need to convince people, you need to show them. And the only way to do that is to stop talking and start doing. Talking about your plans won't get you closer to your goals. Many people feel a sense of achievement just by talking about their goals. They tell their friends, their family, their colleagues, anyone who will listen. And in that moment, they feel a small rush of satisfaction, as if sharing the idea is the same as making progress. But that's a lie. Talking is not the same as doing. You can spend hours explaining your vision, but at the end of the day, if you haven't taken action, you're still in the same place. No amount of conversation will move you forward. No amount of discussion will make your dreams a reality. The only thing that will change your life is execution. Think about how many times you've heard someone say, "I'm going to start a business," or "I'm going to write a book," or "I'm going to get in shape." But years pass and nothing happens. Why? Because they were too busy explaining instead of taking action. If you truly want something, stop announcing it. Stop waiting for validation. Stop explaining. Just start. Explanations invite doubt and distractions. Every time you explain your plans, you invite opinions. And not all opinions are helpful. Some people will ask questions that make you doubt yourself. Are you sure this is the right time? What if it doesn't work out? Don't you think this is too risky? And suddenly a seed of doubt is planted, not because your dream is impossible, but because someone else's fears have now become part of your mindset. Then come the distractions. People start giving you advice, suggesting alternative ideas, or telling you about someone who tried and failed. Before you know it, you're spending more time explaining and defending your dream than actually working on it. That's why the best approach is to stay silent and move in secret. When no one knows your plan, no one can question it. When no one knows your goal, no one can distract you from it. Your energy should be spent on execution, not justification. Imagine you have a limited amount of energy each day. Every conversation, every explanation, and every defense of your dream takes away from that energy. If you waste half your time justifying your goals to others, you only have half your energy left to actually work on them. But what if you used all that energy for execution instead? What if instead of talking about your business idea, you built it? What if instead of explaining your fitness goals, you trained every day? What if instead of announcing your plans, you silently worked until you had results? The difference between successful people and those who never make it is simple. Successful people focus on action, not approval. So they don't waste energy explaining, they don't seek permission, they just do. The world respects results, not promises. People don't admire those who talk about what they're going to do, they admire those who have already done it. Results speak louder than words. When you finally achieve your dream, no one will ask why you didn't explain it earlier. No one will question why you didn't share every detail along the way. They will simply see the results, and that will be enough. Think about the most successful people in the world. Did they spend years justifying their dreams? No. They worked in silence and let their success make the noise. That is what you must do. Prove yourself through action, not words. If you truly believe in your dream, stop explaining and start executing. If you truly want success, stop seeking approval and start taking action. If you truly desire change, stop announcing it and start living it. Time is limited, energy is precious. Don't waste either on explanations. Work hard in silence. Focus on action. Let your success be the only explanation you ever need. Privacy gives you power. There is a hidden strength in keeping your plans to yourself. When no one knows what you're working on, no one can interfere, no one can discourage you, no one can steal your ideas or distract you with their opinions. Make it to privacy's power. It allows you to build, to grow, and to evolve without unnecessary pressure or noise from the outside world. In a world that glorifies oversharing, where people post every small achievement on social media, real success comes to those who know the value of silence. When you keep your plans private, you remain in control. You decide the pace. You decide the direction. You protect your energy from negativity and outside influences that could weaken your confidence. You move freely without expectations or limitations. Yes. Silence eliminates unwanted pressure. The moment you announce your plans, you place an invisible weight on your shoulders. People start watching you, expecting results, judging your progress. And sometimes that pressure can become overwhelming. You start feeling like you have to prove yourself. You start worrying about what people think. And instead of focusing on the work, you waste energy managing expectations. But when you keep your goals to yourself, there is no pressure. You don't owe anyone an update. You don't have to meet anyone's timeline. You can move at your own pace without the fear of failure being magnified by public scrutiny. Success isn't about proving people wrong. It's about proving yourself right. And the best way to do that is to work in silence and let your results speak for themselves. People can't ruin what they don't know about. Not everyone wants to see you succeed. That's the harsh reality. Some people may seem supportive on the surface, but deep down, they don't want you to rise above them. They might smile to your face while secretly hoping you fail. They might pretend to cheer for you while waiting for you to stumble. They might even take your ideas and try to execute them before you do. This is why keeping your plans private is your best defense. If they don't know what you're building, they can't sabotage it. If they don't know what's coming, they can't block your path. Your vision is yours alone. Protect it. Guard it. Keep it safe until it's strong enough to withstand the world. The best ideas need time to grow. Think about a seed planted in the ground. It doesn't sprout immediately. It takes time. It needs the right environment, the right care, and the right conditions to grow strong. Your dreams are the same. They need time to develop, to take shape, to gain strength. If you expose them too early, they might not survive. Doubts, criticism, and negativity can kill a dream before it even has a chance to grow. That's why it's important to nurture your vision in private. Work on it in silence. Strengthen it behind closed doors. Give it the space to grow without interference. And when the time is right, when your dream is ready, when your results are undeniable, then and only then can you let the world see what you've built. It feels better when it's unexpected. There is something powerful about achieving success quietly. When people don't see you coming, they can't prepare for it. When they underestimate you, they won't block your path. And when you finally reveal what you've built, the impact is even greater. Imagine working on your dream silently while everyone else assumes you're doing nothing. Then, one day, you emerge, not with empty words, not with unfinished ideas, but with real results. That moment of surprise is priceless. Because at that point, it's too late for doubts, too late for criticism, too late for negativity. The world has no choice but to recognize what you've accomplished. That is why you must move in silence. Keep your plans to yourself. Build in the shadows. And when the time is right, let your success do all the talking. Your focus should be on execution, not approval. One of the biggest mistakes people make is seeking approval before they even take action. They want validation. They want others to say, yes, that's a great idea, or yes, you should go for it. But here's the truth. You don't need anyone's approval to chase your dreams. Seeking validation is a distraction. It shifts your focus from execution to opinions. Instead of working on your goal, you start wondering, what will they think? Will they support me? Will they believe in me? But success is never built on what others think. It is built on what you do. Stop waiting for permission. Stop asking for validation. Stop delaying your dreams because you're worried about how others will react. The only person who needs to believe in your vision is you. The moment you stop looking for approval and start focusing on execution, everything changes. You become sharper, faster, and more determined. You stop explaining and start achieving. And that is when real progress begins. Validation won't make you successful. Work will. Many people assume that getting approval from others will somehow make their journey easier. They think that if people support their idea, success is guaranteed. But that's a dangerous mindset. Approval doesn't build businesses. Approval doesn't create breakthroughs. Approval doesn't guarantee success. The only thing that does is work. Hard, consistent, relentless work. Think about all the great innovators, creators, and leaders throughout history. Do you think they waited for the world to approve of their dreams? No. They pursued their vision even when people doubted them. They didn't need a crowd to cheer them on. They built their success in silence, one step at a time. And that is what you must do. Trust your work, not people's opinions. Trust your discipline, not their encouragement. Trust your execution, not their approval. People's opinions change, your vision shouldn't. One of the most dangerous things about seeking approval is that people's opinions are inconsistent. They change with time, circumstances, and trends. One day they support you, the next day they doubt you. One moment they believe in your dream, the next moment they question it. If you base your decisions on what others think, you will constantly be changing direction, losing confidence, and second-guessing yourself. Your vision will never be stable because it's built on something that is always shifting. Instead of seeking approval, focus on your own belief. Your dream should be built on your conviction, your work ethic, and your determination. If you believe in it, that's enough. Stay consistent, stay committed, and let your results prove your vision. The world respects results, not intentions. You can spend hours explaining your goals to people. You can try to convince them of your potential. You can seek approval from family, friends, and mentors. But at the end of the day, talking means nothing. The world doesn't respect intentions. It respects results. People admire those who achieve, not those who plan to achieve. They celebrate those who succeed, not those who talk about success. If you want people to take you seriously, show them results. If you want to prove yourself, let your achievements do the talking. The best way to gain respect is not to explain your plans. It's to execute them so well that no explanation is needed. Let your success be the answer. If you ever feel the urge to explain yourself, to justify your dreams, or to seek approval, stop. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, you don't need permission to be great. The only thing that matters is execution. Every day, wake up and take action. Work in silence, build without distraction, ignore the need for validation, and one day, when you've turned your dream into a reality, you won't have to say a word. Because at that point, your success will be the only answer you need. You have a vision, you have a dream, and deep down you know exactly where you want to be. But if you spend your time explaining, justifying, and waiting for approval, you will never get there. Success is not about how well you can convince others. It's about how well you can execute, even when no one is watching. Think about the most successful people in the world, the game changers, the innovators, the leaders. They didn't spend time telling people what they were going to do. They worked in silence, built in private, and only revealed their success when it was undeniable. You don't need to announce your plans to the world. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your only focus should be on making progress, step by step, every single day. Because in the end, results are the only thing that matter. The truth is, not everyone will understand your vision. Some will doubt you. Some will criticize you. Some will try to discourage you. But none of that should shake you. Because their opinions don't determine your success. Your actions do. If you waste time explaining yourself, you lose time executing. And every second spent seeking approval is a second you could be spending building something great. So protect your energy, guard your focus, move in silence. Let them wonder what you're up to, let them question where you're headed, and when the time is right, when your success speaks for itself, they will see exactly what you've been working on. That is how you prove yourself, not through words, but through undeniable achievement. So don't wait, don't hesitate, don't explain, just build, just work, just execute. Because one day, when you've reached the top, you won't need to say a word. Your success will do all the talking for you.